We really need to have a conversation about national credit union loans that pull Experian for ridiculously massive loan amounts and FICO scores of 600 minimum. Okay, so you want to stick around till the end of today's conversation.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flow with the stinging kind of beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about national credit union loans that pull Experian for ridiculously massive loan amounts. And if you have a FICO score of 600 minimum, you are good to go. Number 10, we have Genesis. Our score, 7.5 over 10. So when you think about Genesis, you have a constellation of loans. You have what they call summer loans. They have a personal loan special. They have personal loans, and they have personal lines of credit. And in terms of the APR, they kind of have a decent APR. So for the summer loans, you have a 4.99% minimum. For the personal loan special, 6.74. For the personal loan, you have 8.49%. And for the personal lines of credit, you have 18%, okay? And here, the maximum loan amounts oscillates between $10,000 and $20,000. But the good thing is that Genesis is really fast in terms of approving you, and they will look at your application, and you might get approved within 24 hours, okay? And the funds will be dispersed within the 24 hours after approval. So if you have any question, you can actually call 1-800-521-8440, extension 5. 800-521-8440, extension 5. You can apply it online 24/7. You can apply at a branch. You can apply over the phone. Not a problem. Genesis, 7.5 over 10. Number 9, we have American Heritage. Our score, 8 over 10. What we love with American Heritage is the fact that they were very flexible. They have excellent customer service. They will actually hear your request 24/7. They will answer you. And we love the fact that they have a very low APR, 8.74%. And for loans, you can get a loan for up to 120 months. That's 10 years. This is kind of good, okay? And they're very flexible. They have affordable terms also, okay? And they have this not only on their personal loans, but they also have it on their line of credit. So for the line of credit, the APR can go as low as 12.65%. And the cool thing is that you can get your money within 24 hours, very, very fast. And the loan amounts maximum, it actually oscillates between $5,000 and $25,000. We have seen people get approved for higher amounts, but it depends on the relationship you have established with American Heritage. So our score again, 8 over 10. Number 8, folks, we have BlueFed. Our score, 8.5 over 10. So when you think about BlueFed, I want you to think about one thing: simplicity. They have a simple structure for their personal loans, and we love that. And you can get personal loans from BlueFed Credit Union for a constellation of reasons. Do you have home improvement projects going on, boss? This could be good for you. You can use the loan also to consolidate high interest debt. You can take care of medical and dental expenses, okay? Or if you plan your next travel with the family, or you plan the next vacation with the family, this could be a good opportunity. So BlueFed will take care of you, okay? And they have a very simple but excellent customer service also. In terms of the maximum loan amount, it's totally open. It depends on your relationship with BlueFed. It depends on the cash inflows and cash outflows to look at that. But the maturity is 6 years maximum. Number 7, we have America's Credit Union. Our score, 8.5 over 10. So one thing I want to say here is that when we think about America's Credit Union, you are thinking about a lot of things. You're thinking about a lot of payment options, a lot of loans, okay? So here you are looking at $500 to a maximum of $25,000. And this depends on your individual needs and credit worthiness, okay? And what we love with ACU is that they also offer you lots of payment options. So they not only give you the cash, but they give you a constellation of payment options that suit your budget. This is really good. They also offer you loan protection. So they have a different program that actually comes as an extra to the loan. So whereby if you were to lose your job, or you became disabled, or whatnot, or whatever happens in your personal life, and you are unable to make loan payments, that insurance, quote unquote insurance, will kick in. Okay. They also have something called Members Choice Borrower Security. So this is a voluntary loan payment protection option that offers relief from the financial burden of delinquency, default, or foreclosure in certain situations. Okay. So when you have something like that, what will happen here is that ACU will cancel or reduce repayments of your loan debt if a protected life event happens to you as a borrower or co-borrower. So events include loss of life or disability, and involuntarily, if you have become involuntarily unemployed, this will also kick in. Okay, so this is optional though. So overall, America's Credit Union ACU, our score 8.5 over 10. Number 6, we have NASA Fed. Our score 8.5 over 10. What we love with NASA Fed is that they basically will actually fund your loan very quick. As long as you actually you have all the paperwork ready, they will fund you really quick. And we love the fact that you actually can enjoy no payment for 60 days. So for the first 2 months, not a problem. They will actually wait. They will actually waive the requirement to make the first payments. Okay, so this is really good, and you can use NASA Fed. You can use their loan for a bunch of reasons. You want to consolidate debt. You want to finance a large purchase. You want to go on vacation. This is totally up to you. And the loan amounts maximum $30,000. Okay, you have for the APR starts at 6.99%. And you have flexible terms up to 84 months. We're talking here about 7 years. Okay, this is really good. And this loan has no origination fees or prepayment penalties. Okay, and the loan delivers quickly. They will fund you within 24 hours. Fantastic. And in addition to the personal loan, you also get you might also be interested in the cash line of credit. So this is a line of credit and no collateral required, low minimum payments, and here the amounts are also capped at $30,000. Okay, so overall, NASA Fed is a great credit union that pulls Experian for a massive loan amounts, and our score 8.5 over 10. Number 5, we have Bethpage FCU, Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Our score 9 over 10, and here you are looking at a maximum loan amount of $35,000. So this is kind of cool, and you have flexible terms from 12 to 84 months. Okay, so that's 1 year to 7 years, and no collateral or home lien is required. This is unsecured loan. Okay, no application fees, no prepayment fees. You have a very easy and streamlined application process. We love that. Bethpage, kudos to you for that. Okay, you have streamlined the application process over the several years. We love that a lot. And so when you have lots of ways to use a personal loan from Bethpage. Okay, it really depends on you. You can take care of unexpected emergencies, weddings, special events, or funerals, medical and dental expenses. You can pay off your high interest credit cards and get out of debt faster, right? And it's totally up to you. But remember, the maximum you can borrow here is $35,000. Okay, you can receive your funds in one lump sum, not a problem. Number 4, we have here Andrews FCU. Our score 9 over 10. So when you think about Andrews, I want you to think about a maximum loan amount of $50,000. Okay, we're speaking large numbers here. $50,000, that's the maximum loan amount. And here the loan rates start at 7.49%. Okay, this is really good. And you have flexible terms up to 84 months. This is really good. So you have 7 years, okay? And you have an easy online application process. What we love with Andrews is that they're really fast when you apply it online, even though in this show, our preference is to apply over the phone or at a branch. But in this particular case, we would say, listen, if you have a high FICO score, go with the online application. You will get your application process faster. In addition to the so with Andrews FCU, you have several types of loans. You have the personal signature loan. That's where the maximum amount is $50,000. You have the cash to go loan. So this is actually a small loan that allows you to actually for overdraft. Okay, so here you can borrow from $250 to $500. You can also use it as an emergency loan. And you also have the premier line of credit. So this is a chunk of money to pay for anything life throws your way. So you have credit lines available up to $50,000. Okay, so this is really good. This is really good. Number 4, Andrews FCU, 9/10. Number 3, we have Unify FCU. Our score, 9.5/10. What we love with Unify is that loan amounts are kind of high. So you're looking at $500 to $50,000. Okay, and you have rates that are low as 3.49%. This is really good. And you have additional rates available from 12 to 84 months terms. Okay, and one thing I want to say here is that you basically have you can have the personal loan. You can also have the debt consolidation loan. Okay, for the debt consolidation loan, the rates are as low as 8.74%, a little higher than the other loans, but the loan amounts are the same. You're looking at $500 to $50,000. That's a big delta, $500 to $50,000. Okay, and you also have the signature line of credit, where here you can have amounts that go from $1,500 up to $50,000. Okay, you have low minimum payments, and you only pay interest on the amount you used. Okay, and you can take advantage of a 0.25% rate discount. So if you have auto pay, this is kind of cool, and you have a rate discount with Unify. Fantastic. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about national credit union loans that pull Experian for ridiculously massive loan amounts and FICO scores that start at 600. Number 2, we have First Tech. Our score, 9.5/10. What we love about First Tech is that they basically have a constellation of loans. You can borrow a lump sum up to $50,000 and pay it off as a fixed rate and fixed rate loan. And the cool thing is that you can check your rate for a 2-year term in 30 seconds. In other words, they have a soft pull process in place. So for the personal loans, you have rates as low as 6.70%. Okay, and they also have a personal line of credit, and this is actually unsecured. The loan is also unsecured. So for the line of credit, the APR starts at 9.25%, and you can get up to $25,000 cash on demand. And you make a payment only when you have a balance. Okay. In addition to that, they have stock secured loans, and here you have a large delta because the loans are secured anyway. So the APR is kind of low, 4.50%, and you can borrow between $25,000 and $1 million. You can use the cash to cover anything: vacation cost. You can fund tech projects, pay medical bills, taxes, or almost anything you can imagine. Okay, and so when we talk about First Tech personal loans, you have many benefits. You have a quick and easy online application. We really love the fact that with First Tech, things go really fast, and you choose how much you want to borrow. Remember, you can borrow as little as $500 and as much as $50,000. Okay, and so this is really good. So First Tech, 9.5/10. Number 1, the best of the best in our view, Kinecta. Our score, 10/10. Now with Kinecta, you have crazily high loan amounts, really. So when you think about, so they have the signature personal loans, and loan amounts are available from $1,000 to $100,000 with terms up to 84 months. And the loan is unsecured. Okay. So no collateral required. You can cover medical and dental expenses. You can pay down high interest debt. You can finance the education cost, dream vacations, special life events, and more. That's the flexibility afforded on this personal loan. And so the APR starts at 7.74%. And they also have the signature personal line of credit. Here also you're looking at credit limits that go from $1,000 to $100,000. And the line of credit has no annual fee. And you can easily transfer funds to checking through Kinecta online banking. And the APR starts at 7.24%. Fantastic. So Kinecta, 10 over 10. Before I close today's conversation, I want to have a quick discussion with you about the credit unions that pull Experian for high amounts. One thing you need to understand is that with a credit union, you need to actually become a member. Whether they pull a TransUnion or Equifax or Experian, you got to become a member. Okay, so you need to think about whether you qualify in terms of biology, in terms of profession, in terms of geography. What is actually what is your stepping stone into membership? Think about that. So to become a member, think about the membership criteria. So you want to contact the credit union that you have identified. Lots of these credit unions are national. The one that I've just mentioned to you and to this conversation, they're national, so you don't have to live in a specific state to qualify for membership. But you got to call them. Okay, you need to call them, ask about their membership criteria. You need to find a credit union that actually suits your lifestyle, that suits your values. Okay, do they have an opening deposit amount? Usually it's very small, like $10 or $5 or $25 or whatnot. It really depends on the credit union. So long story short, once you have identified a credit union that you are interested in, you want to contact them. Okay, and when we speak about applying for a loan at those credit union, please pay attention to the application form. Make sure that you understand everything on that application form. This is why we always tell people, hey, listen, you want to go to a branch. You want to have someone on the phone so that they can walk you through the application and you are not on your own, because some loan applications might be confusing, especially if you're not familiar with credit, if you're not familiar with financial terms. This could be confusing. So you want to go to a branch. But long story short, on a credit union credit card application or a credit union loan application, they will ask you about identification. So they want you to provide identifying information about yourself, such as social security number. Okay, they might ask you for employment, so they want you to be in a certain job for a certain amount of time. This could be a year or two, because this actually demonstrates stability, right? You don't want to job hop every now and then. Okay, they'll ask you for your income to have an idea of your inflows and outflows, and overall your credit worthiness. Okay, so this is basically your FICO score. Now you want to go for a credit union that does a personal loan on a pre-qualification basis. In other words, they actually do a soft pull first to sort of have an idea of your status before doing a hard pull. That way you can keep your FICO score high. And when we talk about credit unions that pull Experian for high amounts, for high loan amounts, make sure that you understand the whole approval process. Sometimes you get approved the same day. Sometimes you get approved after a week, after a day, after 2 or 3, 4 days, whatever. It depends on the backlog of applications that the underwriting department has to deal with. It's important also to understand that you need to have established a long history of loan repayments to be a good candidate, right? If you have thin credit, you might not qualify for a large amount. They might give you a small amount just to test the waters to see if you are financially responsible. They might give you $1,000 or $3,000, $5,000 or whatnot. Okay, but they definitely are not going to give you the maximum loan amount, which is $100,000 in the case of Kinecta, for example. No. So they want you to establish some kind of history here, okay? And the thing is, if you do not qualify for an unsecured loan from a credit union, why don't you just try secure loans? This could be another possibility. You never know, because you need to have a foot in the door to establish your financial responsibility before they actually grant you more limits, before they grant you a larger loan amount anyway. Okay, and remember that co-signers can also help. So if your credit history is a little shaky. Let's say you're currently in the 600s or you're currently in the 500s and you want to beef up your chances of approval. Hey, listen, it doesn't matter. Do you have a spouse with a higher credit score? Do you have a relative that you trust? Because co-signing a loan has consequences, has legal consequences. Okay, so it's important to actually pair up with someone that you trust, someone someone who is close to you, and you know that person will be around for a long time, and not just a colleague or a friend. And we all know how friendships sometimes can be short-lived. So you really want to have someone because if you're applying for a 7-year loan or a 10-year loan, you want to make sure that this person will be around for 10 years because you both are committed to that loan. Okay, so think about that as you're applying for a credit union personal loan. You want to beef up your chances. You want to increase your chances, and anything you can do to increase those chances, go ahead. Get co-signers. Sometimes you can lower the loan amount so that when the lender looks at your DTI, your debt to income ratio, they are satisfied with what they're seeing. In other words, you have a low DTI ratio. Thank you so much for your attention. Before I close today's conversation, please check out our loan evaluation approach video. We do have a strong methodology on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and reviewing personal loans and business loans. Check this out. All right, here are the top 10 national credit unions that pull Experian for ridiculously massive loan amounts and FICO scores that starts at 600. Number 1, Kinecta, 10 over 10. Number 2, First Tech, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, Unify, 9.5 over 10. Number 4, Andrews FCU, 9 over 10. Number 5, Bethpage FCU, 9 over 10. Number 6, we have NASA Fed, 8.5 over 10. Number 7, we have America's Credit Union, 8.5 over 10. Number 8, Blue Fed, 8.5 over 10. Number 9, American Heritage, 8 over 10. And number 10, Genesis, 7.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.